Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a surprise release. Miss Jinafire Long from Monster High Generation 3 has randomly popped up on Amazon, and I was lucky enough to get her before all of these shipping dates turn to January. For context, it is November right now when I'm filming this. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty excited. We have a brand new Generation 3 character and she looks pretty good. I do have some issues, but we'll get into that. Anyways, here is the packaging. You know, it's just standard G3 packaging. It's not great, but I guess it gets the jobs done. I do feel like she's kind of lopsided. I don't know. You're gonna call me so picky, but like, presentation is important, right? And she's just kind of like lopsided in the packaging, and I don't love how she looks lopsided. I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, here is the back of the box. The core refresh ghouls are on as well. Monster type Daydreaming Dragon, monster must-have Sketchpad Fang Hai yogurt drink, and her monster pet is Cloudy Union. I am a little sad about the pet being a dog. I wanted the original pet dragon from the G1 doll that we never got. I was hoping for that one. Also, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there's this weird thing with the pets where a lot of them randomly have to be a dog or a cat. Like Julian got turned into a cat. Count Fabulous was a bat for like 5 seconds and then got turned into a cat. And now Jinafire has a dog. I don't know, something weird there for sure. I don't know if it's like market research or what. Girls aren't allowed to have unique pets. I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, this one was made in Indonesia, by the way. So historically speaking, here's like the little box side art. Historically speaking, the Indonesia dolls do have worse quality control, so that's something just to keep an eye out for. But enough yapping, let's get her out of this box. Does it focus? There it goes. Alright, Jinafire is out. Let's take a look at what we get. So the first thing we have is this little dress form with a body that has scaling that the doll does not have. That resembles Jinafire's with the tail. I don't know what she's creating with this miniature dress form, but it's cute in concept. I'm just really confused at why it is like mini. Maybe she's making doll clothes. Maybe, I don't know but that's a doll. I don't know. Moving on. Here is a little sketchbook of some of the clothing she's wearing. Looks like she designed it herself. I really love that we're keeping her like fashion designer background in this generation, because I love that aspect of her as like a little purple piece of plastic with an MH logo on the back. The little notepad sort of situation going on here, sketch pad. And then we have her little jade green pin that has Union's head on the top of it. If it'll focus, you can see right there. So this is really cute. It has like a little like sculpting details. Gosh, I am tired, y'all. Sorry, it's late at night. So funnily enough, she comes with like a plastic hanger, like the ones we've been getting with Sculptment Secrets, but like she's, what did the other girls come with? Extra? No, she doesn't come with any extra clothing. Like this would have made more sense with the original releases, like when they put like the jackets and stuff on the paper hangers. But now we just have a hanger. I guess you could put her jacket on it if you took it off. So yeah. And then she has her little Fang Hai yogurt drink. There's a little Chinese dragon printed on it with little hearts. It has a little red straw and a red lid. Super, super cute. Oh, and lastly, she has her foam, which is a like periwinkle kind of color. Has a little dragon wrapped around it. You can see her little apps. Oh, she has a weather app because she controls the weather. That's her new thing. We have retconned the fire breathing. She now controls just like the weather in general. Ooh, I really love the sculpting on here. Like the wave crashing and like is that what, like evaporation, like going into the air. Super cool. Love, 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 love. And then she has this jade green backpack with some like traditional details on there. Looks pretty cool. It's a little dragon, some flames coming from that. And then on the bottom, there's like little waves and scales. Super cool. Gold dragon scale straps. Love that. And it does not open, actually. Oh, wait, yeah, it does. Okay, it just opens up like strangely. There it goes. Yeah, so there you go. I think this is cute, but I really wish she had a little purse like this. Like you take this little top piece right here, right, and then put like a little, yeah, that would have been so cute. And I feel like a purse suits her more than a backpack does, like a big bulky backpack at least. If it was like a mini backpack, I'd get it. But I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know why everybody has to have a backpack. I miss purses. And here is Cloudy Union himself. So from what I understand, he is a dog, but he's supposed to resemble a Chinese lion. I feel like we could have just made him a Chinese lion, but you know, it's got to be a dog for some reason. He is like a pretty shiny gold color with like a little red headpiece and little like white eyebrows. Super cute. It's so conflicting because he is super cute, but I'm just like, why couldn't he just be a lion? Like, why does he have to be a dog? But anyways, I love the little like the way his fur goes into like the little clouds. It's super super cute, and then he has little feet on the bottom as well, that are like slightly embossed. So yeah, this one does feel very substantial. By the way, like you could probably take somebody out like kind of like he's not hollow like the original ones were. That kind of felt like McDonald's toys. Like he feels heavy. So maybe all the budget went into him. I don't know. And then she has this pair of purple sunglasses with like a kind of a flame design for the lenses, kind of like dripping almost looking. Yeah, they're okay. I'm kind of over like once again the sunglasses with almost every release too. Uh I don't know. I feel like sunglasses and backpacks are to G3 what like mini dresses were to G1, you know what I mean? Like they just use them all the time and it's kind of like, okay, all right, I guess so. All right, but moving on to our doll, we do have a very, very beautiful face. As you see now, she also has a new skin tone. It is green, but also there's lots of gold as well, so it's kind of like two different skin tones in one. But it's kind of like a shimmery plastic in person. It looks a lot more shimmery than it does on camera. But yeah, it's really pretty. I actually will get into it when we get to her legs. But anyways, this is her face. She has like brown eyes, a little bit of purple shadow on the lid, some graphic liner, and like an orangey red color, and then a gold shadow on top, as well as a gold shadow and scales on the bottom. Oh, and there's a purple shadow on the bottom as well. Well, I guess the probably not gold eyeshadow, probably just like scales on her eyes underneath there. Really, really love this screening. She has like a lightning bolt and a cloud as her catch lights. Y'all know how I feel about yeah, you get it. Red lip, very plump lip on her with some teeth that do stick upward like Abby's do, and then a dark brow, but it is pretty thin this time, so it's pretty cute. I just really like the direction they went with her face here. Super, super pretty for sure. I wish she had lip liner, but other than that, so pretty. You see she has these really intricate golden ears, but they are just glued to the head, so they're not actually part of the sculpt. So I would be careful just because it's kind of a delicate piece, and although like there's dolls that have, we do have dolls that have glued ears, but like in the past, those ears were bigger and more substantial, so yeah, just be careful, you know. And what was I gonna say? Like in G1, we had some glued on things as well, like Nathan's horn and Bonita's antenna that fell off really easily, and this reminds me more of those. So yeah, I would just be careful for sure. But on this ear, she has this little red earring. I don't know what the name of this is called, but I know it's like a traditional Chinese piece. It's really cute. And then on this side, she does have two green hoops, like the jade green hoops. I wish she just had like, I want two of these. Okay, so in my head, what would be better would be this on this ear and then one on this ear as well. And then we can keep the gold hoop, but like just have the red dangly earring as well. We could even do the other, like the second gold hoop over here. Honestly, match them. I just don't know. I just the like super unmatching earring, girl. Not into it, but it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. All right, it's time for the obligatory like G1 versus G3 moment here. Here is the original Jinafire versus the new one. I will say I do. Let's see what this looks like. I kind of like the more moon-shaped face she has on G1, like for her sculpt, for sure. And there's like little things they did in the screen that I wish they would have done for G3, like the slit pupils would have been cool for sure. Instead of just the regular ones, made her look more dragon-like. I feel like they don't do a lot with the screenings, style-wise. Like style-wise, they're all very similar, if that makes sense to you. Like there is obviously a lot of variation between character to character, but for the most part, like I could put this face on a Draculaura doll and you know it would barely be like any different, you know what I mean? Whereas Jinifire's G1 screening, if I put on a Draculaura doll, she would look absolutely insane. So I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to describe it. Like they're just very interchangeable, and it's like G3 does a lot of things for like body diversity and stuff, and they do a lot of diversity in general, but they also like lack some as well, like the head sculpts. Jennifer's is pretty different looking, but a lot of the head sculpts like lack like super defined features. One thing that comes to mind for sure, I feel like Jennifer is not as good of a example, but like with Abby, like her underbite was severely like nerfed in G3. Just like features and stuff are a lot softer and a lot of the same shapes. Like if that makes sense, that's really hard to explain. Just like the G1 sculpts were just way more varied feature wise, and they just took more risk with the features, I feel like. Whereas G3, yes, every doll has a different head, but they're all like very similar looking. There's not a lot of like super defining features on a bunch of different dolls. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I do adore both of these dolls, so yeah. Jennifer was my favorite Scares character when they came out, actually. Like I know people were like Skeleta. I was like Jennifer. So yeah, very so crazy to have her like so early on, I feel like, in G3. But anyways, let's stop yapping and get onto her clothes. I said her clothes, but I forgot when you look at her hair. So she does have a dark purple hair with some black mixed in, as well as this like light green color as well. This is Saran. There is a little braided section right here. It was twisted in the back. Needs some help straight out of the box for sure, but it feels good for the most part. And she's like a lighter streaks of purple in the front as well. Honestly, just opening her, I'm just now realizing she has like the Twilight hair. It's really cute though. But yeah, I don't know if it's like the best color for her specifically, but I mean, it looks good. But I just feel like I've seen a bunch of edits and like other hair colors look better on her. Like a green hair looks really good. Like a yellow hair looks good. So yeah. So she has this little like jade green pearl choker on. And she's wearing this black halter top with a metallic purple cloud print. Really like that. It has red ribbon straps. My strap is currently being eaten up by her shoulder right now, but yeah, that just uses Velcro in the back. And this is made from a really nice like cotton material. So yeah, love that. Obsessed. And then she has her red jacket, which is made from like a satin material with some gold, like a stiffer fabric for the gold cuffs. I am very impressed by all the different materials used for this doll's like soft goods. Super nice to feel like all this variation in her outfit, and like really different for Mattel to like splurge on fabrics. So really excited about that. Love the structure this jacket has. We have like a sharp defined shoulder, like a big shoulder pad kind of moment going on, and then the collar is really nice and pointed, gold hemming, super cute, and then the little dragon brooch right there, super cute. And then she has this pearl bracelet on the one arm, and on the other arm she has more of like a bangle in the jade color as well, with some sculpting details. Is it like a dragon? No, it is not. Like little flowers. Yeah, it looks like little flowers. Kind of hard to tell, but I think flowers. And you can also see her really cool hands here. She does have these golden hands with these sculpting details, and I really, really love the claws. The claws look really good. The like yellow peg does kind of take me out of the fantasy a little bit. Don't know if we could have gone much better there. But I don't really love the transition here. It does look like she's wearing gloves, and I wish there was just like a little bit of a gradient if we were going to do that. But yeah, and also you can see that she does not have like a full scaled body, which I think is really unfortunate, because while she's gaining detail in areas, she's also losing a lot of detail. Like the original doll is completely scaled out, and I do think there's a little bit of a disconnect on her body because she doesn't have the scales. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but what can you do, I guess? She has this red plastic belt with golden details. There's a little chain, dropping chain down there. And then you can see that she has a purple high-waisted, like pleated skirt that is made from a brocade fabric. And I am so impressed. It's like the best part, probably the best piece of clothing Mattel's put out in a very long time, actually. It's so nice. The fabric is so good. I love the print on it. Super, super pretty. Very, very impressed with that, and I'm glad they splurged. Thank you. Moving on, you can see how she has these little like gold scale details printed onto the leg instead of just being like part of her body sculpt. This is where we get like the transition is really bad for me. Like the grade, there's no gradient at all. It just goes from like green to gold instantly, and I don't. It looks to me like a Create-A-Monster doll that you don't have the correct body pieces for, like when they first came out, and so you use what you got. So like if you weren't around when the original Create-A-Monsters came out, they did not come with matching bodies for all of them. So if you got like the three-eyed ghoul, for example, only had the head, arms, and or lower arms and lower legs, so you'd have a like a gray torso with gray thighs and gray upper arms, and then like blue legs or like skeleton legs, and it never looked right. And that's what this body is giving to me, and I really, really wish they would have done at least the full scale moment that the original had. I feel like that would have made it way, but even with the different colors, that would have made the transition smoother, and it would have looked way better. But as it stands now, that's not what we got. And she also, it's really unfortunate because the scaling on her legs is so cool. I love it, like the way they did the scaling this gen. Amazing, really, truly. It's like a golden color as well. I will Doll Junk on Twitter, the iconic Doll Junk, said that her body looked like a chicken because of the, yeah. So I was like, oh, and like the hands too. Oh yeah, it's just, it's always with me. I feel like G3 does a lot of good things, but then they take like one step forward, three step back. You know what I mean? So it's really unfortunate, but we're gonna move on. As you can see, she has a tail with the green little thing at the bottom. This is the exact same tail as G1. I did pull them out. Like they're the same sculpt, except for the peg has changed. It's like skinnier on the new one. So as you can see, this doll has those sculpted details that G1 has on her tail, but like even like the way the scaling does that like paneling sort of thing, she doesn't have them on the doll, and this also makes it like the tail feel very disconnected for me as well. Like it's just like oh, well, we forgot we need to put her tail on her, so they just literally just printed out the G1 tail, and we're like, okay, that's good. It is a little bit of a lighter gold and like a shimmery green as opposed to the G1 tail, but it's the same tail, so yeah. And lastly, we do have her boots. Once again, super impressed with all the detail on these boots. This is getting really close to Generation 1 shoe territory, so that makes me very happy. have like a black boot with this really cool, oh look, we can do gradients. Dragon print with that goes from purple to green. That's like smoke coming up. And then these really cool heels as well. I can't really tell what is the heel supposed to be. I think it's just kind of like smoke clouds. And then the scaling on the bottom of the shoe as well, with a little bit of a pointed tip right there. Once again, if she had like the proper, like if G3 had the proper foot arch, these would be so killer. But I do feel like that foot arch is just gonna take every shoe down a peg. Like it's just not gonna look as good. But yeah. Oh, and the front has the little like a little red tassel. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And there's little red details going around the boot as well. The dragon print is on the inside of the shoe as well, but it is not painted on the inside, which isn't that super big reveal to me. That would have been a lot, honestly. But yeah, love, love, love these shoes. All right, and that is going to wrap it up on Generation 3 Jinafire Long. Overall, I am very, very happy with this doll. Don't get me wrong. I know, like, there's a lot of things that confuse me, like the glued ears and just, like, the overall, like, body choices. Personally, if, like, they were going to do it, I don't know, I'm trying to think. How do I word this? If they wanted to do the green to gold, but knew, like, it wasn't, like, they couldn't do the gradient, I would have at that point been like, okay, then let's just do a solid color. And I think like the green on her, like the emerald jade green, that's two different colors, that her necklace and like her jewelry would have been a really cool skin tone, all one color. Made it like a really shimmery plastic. That would have been really, really cool. Or just the green that she already is, full body green. And then you could have done the scales on the whole body, and that would have looked better, I think, than having like the chicken legs situation we have right now. But yeah, all right, yeah, that's all. That would have been my choice, but I'm not the designer. And shout out to the designer because I adore her, and I think she did an amazing job on this doll. It's just, like I said, choices that are not my favorite, but it is what it is. Everybody's gonna feel different. Overall, I am very happy with her. The construction of her outfit is amazing. The like fabrics used are really good. She's super, super gorgeous. Ugh, I just love her. But yeah, that's all I have. Let me know what you think of her down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and follow my socials. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.